This dog right here does not need to be kept busy. But Jack Russell Terriers do need to be kept busy, and that is what today's video is all about. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Terrier Owner YouTube channel. Josh and Luna here to make you another video, and today, guys, like I said, we are going to cover some ways to keep your Jack Russell busy, out of trouble, and just entertained in general, because we all know this is a dog that absolutely needs that. So let's start diving into it right now. And of course, guys, we can't dive into the video until you smash that thumbs up button for us. It helps us out immensely on this channel. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Check out terrierowner.com. The link is going across the bottom of your screen, guys. And if you haven't subscribed, consider doing so now so you never miss a video in the future, especially for all of you new Jack Russell Terrier owners. And now I want to kick off with some of my tips that I would recommend you implement to keeping this dog busy, which in turn is going to keep them out of trouble, protect your home, and just make for a better experience owning this dog in general. So let's start with some of the reasons why you want to make sure you do keep your Jack Russell Terrier busy. You know, some of the behaviors that you'll run into if you don't do this are going to be all of the behaviors that most dog owners despise. You know, you're gonna have things like excessive chewing, especially when they're a puppy. It could be, you know, toys, hopefully, if that's what they're chewing on, but it could also be furniture, trim, really anything they can get their mouth on. But if they're bored, that's something you're going to run into. You also run into situations where if your Jack Russell gets too bored, they're going to do other things like bark excessively. This could be outdoors. This could be indoors, you know, looking out windows at people walking by or the mailman walking up. Not to mention their intelligence is going to come into play against you if you don't find ways to keep them busy. What, do you not want to hear this or something? You know, one of the best examples I have for this, whenever, you know, they can use that smartness against you if they're just that bored, is escaping the backyard. You know, if they have time to, you know, hunt in the backyard, pick up scents, or just find clever ways to get out of a fence or whatever setup you have, they will do it. So ideally, you know, from every angle possible, you want to find ways to keep this dog busy, wear them out, and let them use up the natural energy that they have. You know, this dog breed is very energetic, so the more of that energy that you can use, the better. So let's start diving in now to some of those things that you can do to keep them busy. Some of these things you'll need to be involved more with, some of them you won't need to be involved with. So it kind of hopefully fits for a lot of you watching and helps you to, you know, just entertain this dog in any fashion possible. And number one, guys, I've said it in tons of my videos, but the number one thing you can do to keep this dog entertained is introduce them to toys starting at a young age. I will put a link in the description below to one of my blog posts that breaks down what I think are the best toys in general for a Jack Russell. The biggest thing I would keep in mind is that they can go through a toy or a bone very quickly. They can shred it, destroy it. This dog, when it plays with a toy or anything, it gets after it. It doesn't kind of just, you know, pick at it for a minute, then they're done. So you want to get durable toys, but you also need to make them interested in it. This dog naturally wants to follow you, so a toy isn't necessarily that big of an interest to them until you get them interest. So, you know, take the time to figure out which toys they like, play with those toys with them, show them what they should be doing with the toy, and then hopefully they pick up that behavior that they like toys in the future going forward. But that would be the first thing I would do, is just have a bunch of toys on standby, have them be durable, and have them introduced to them in a fashion that shows them that they're fun and that, you know, it's something that they should enjoy doing, not just always following you around. Number two, guys, is something, I don't know if I have one video on this channel that doesn't discuss it with this dog, but you need to be providing some kind of exercise. I have also told you guys over and over that this can vary. If you have a big enough yard for them, they can kind of get the exercise on their own. If you need to get them out of like an apartment complex, or you live in a big city, you need to take them on walks. You need to do something with them. If you like to run or jog as your main exercise, they are perfectly physically fit to keep up with you. You know, for those of you that your Jack Russell is struggling to keep up with you on a run, I envy you. That is certainly not a problem that I run into with Luna here. She could outrun me all day long. Provide some kind of exercise, guys. This is gonna burn off some energy. it's going to just make it to where the rest of the day is a little bit more mellow with this dog. Without it, you know, I'm not saying disaster happens when they have zero exercise, but if there is a chance for disaster to happen, that's when it will. Guys, my next one is just have some playtime with them, right? So it doesn't need to be super dedicated every single day to where this is playtime with my Jack Russell Terrier, but get out to a dog park, you know, play fetch, throw the tennis ball around, throw a frisbee around, just do something to interact with them. You know, that one-on-one time with you in addition to the exercise is about as good as it gets when it comes to fulfilling this dog's needs. And they need that. They need some way to pass the hours throughout the day. Something needs to happen besides just sitting. So provide something along the lines of them getting out, you know, doing something, going with you wherever at that point. If you want to go to a park or hiking on a trail, bring them with you. They love it. It's a great way to keep them entertained and busy, and it's a great way for them to burn off energy. My next one, guys, is kind of keeping them busy, but also admitting defeat on one of their personality traits. And one of the ways that you can keep this dog busy and out of trouble is just accept the fact that they want to be right next to you. Would be shocked to find a Jack Russell that doesn't follow the owner around in some fashion. If you accept it and they can just be a part of your day, it's a win-win. They're entertained, they're happy because they're with you, and you're supervising them, especially when they're young. So, you know, let's say you're doing work out in the garage or in the backyard. There's no reason for the dog to be inside by itself when they're young, if the weather, you know, weather permits and the other factors that go into it. They can be right next to your side. They're not going to bother you. You know, yes, they're clingy. Yes, they follow you. Yes, they get jealous, all of those things with their owners. But, you know, if you're building a swing set or doing something outside, they're not going to be trying to jump on your shoulder. Well, yeah, I know. I'm lying. And you know it. I'm sorry. Luna wants me to apologize for lying. They may jump on your shoulder and get that much in your face. The point is, if you can supervise them and you can accept that that's just what they do, it's taking care of itself, right? They're entertained, they're happy just to be next to you. They're staying busy just by watching you. Most of the time, that's enough for this dog, just to be there and to keep tabs on what you're doing. They are just, I can't even explain, you know, what they compare to. They're like a gnat at a barbecue, right? They're just always there. You just, if you need to swat them away for a minute, just have some peace and quiet, go for it. But it's what this dog does. And if you can provide those things and accept it, you don't have to stress so much about, oh, I need all these new mental stimulation toys, or I need this huge set of toys and everything just set up perfectly so that my dog doesn't destruct the house. Just go with the flow, provide some exercise, and get some toys is really the main key takeaways you can take from this video, or what I would like you to take from this video. You know, and the benefits of doing all of this, guys, is really simple. It's A, they become more trained and more disciplined. They learn the routines of what you do every day. B, they're not destructing your house, right? And it's not just Jack Russells. A lot of dogs, you know, are prone to chew on trim work when they're young, shoes, pillows, couch cushions, floors, whatever you can think of, they chew. And if you can eliminate some of these negative behaviors and you're prepared and have ways to keep them busy, you're gonna be in much better shape. And the biggest tip I can give you, I think we just discussed a few videos back, is for the times you can't be around and they can't be following you by your side, consider a crate or a kennel. Again, I know that there's a lot of people who don't believe in that. That's fine. Not here to have an argument about that, but when you just absolutely can't provide any of those things for a day because of your schedule, and it happens to everybody, you get busy or you need to leave or you have to work, put them in a comfortable crate or kennel with a dog bed, with a bone that they can chew that is safe for them to chew whenever you're away. That there's nothing wrong with that. It keeps your property safe, it keeps them out of trouble, it keeps them safe, because if, you know, ultimately they get out and about in the house, they could ingest something or chew something they shouldn't. They could hurt your furniture. If they happen to get outside, they could wander into traffic. There's a lot of reasons why controlling a dog in that fashion when you can't supervise or be around is beneficial for you and the dog, not just you. So consider it and everything will be that much easier for you. And like I say in all of my videos, guys, be sure to leave your comments down below. A lot of you have owned Jack Russell Terriers longer than I have. If you have further recommendations for the viewers or this community that would help them accomplish this goal of keeping their dog busy and out of trouble, leave those comments down below. We love them. Be sure to smash the thumbs up again if you haven't already. I can't even tell you how much that helps us with YouTube get seen by other Jack Russell Terrier owners. Again, subscribe if you would like to and you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you're notified every Sunday at 11 a.m. when the new videos come out. And never forget to check out terrierowner.com. TERRIER owner.com. The link is going across the bottom of the screen, guys. Tons of useful resources on that website. We appreciate it, and we will see you in the next video. Take care.